It's scheduled, so that makes me think that it's gonna be live. YouTube always takes like 10 years to get live, but it is live now on YouTube. Is it live on Twitch, Assassin?
Si, señorita.
Awesome. Yeah. Ooh, I'm a señorita. All right, let me get this shizzle muted, and we'll run the intro.
Welcome to the Four Guys with Quarters show. With your hosts Inferno, Assassin, and Clowns.
On a week that I'm not working so much, I promise that intro video is going to change and reflect the proper time. However, we are here tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, on this lovely Thursday, May 26th, 2016. This is episode 89 of the 4GwQPodcast podcast. Thank you, everyone, for coming by live on Twitch and YouTube, or if you're watching it afterwards on YouTube, thank you for checking us out. Really appreciate everyone dropping by and listening to us give our little spiel. I just gotta get the YouTube chat up now. That'd be good. So yeah, episode 89. We have the following people here with us this lovely evening to talk games, as made popular by She-Wolf and Tim Dog, I think. Anyway, Assassin.
Actually, GKB.
Oh, GKB as well. All
and
right.
then, yeah, GKB and Tim Dog.
Oh, okay. All right. So, making his 89th straight appearance, we have ZBCI Assassin.
Sup.
Wow, you're a thug. We have Taylor, who just got home from a frantic drive home from work. What's up, Taylor?
Oh my god. Hello.
And we've got Clowns.
Como está, paisanos?
Wow. A little bit of Italian flair there. Now known as Clowns, by the way, so make sure you know who that is if you're on Xbox and you friended him and you're like, oh, who's that? Not that that would happen with Clowns, but that always happens to me with friends. They change their game tag. I'm like, who the hell are you? Oh, I'm, sends nudes from before. Remember that, Assassin? That kid, the guy that was sends nudes or whatever?
Yeah.
Very funny. All right, this week, not a ton of topics this week, but some pretty big ones, I would say. We'll talk about Overwatch and TMNT. Those are the new releases this week that are kind of on the big side. And then we're going to get into some Xbox rumors. And maybe before we do that, we'll talk about the new Minecraft battle mode that I know Taylor is so excited about.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, well, we'll explain it to you. The news kind of just broke today, so...
Okay. That's probably why.
Actually, because of that, I think we'll start with that. Let's start with Minecraft battle mode. And I know Assassin is really all hyped up about this. Has a tent pitched in his pants to get back on Minecraft and play some competitive multiplayer. I know people have been doing this for a long time with private matches, making these quote-unquote Hunger Games arenas for people to play, right, Assassin? That's essentially what this is, correct?
Nope.
So, you get these little arenas. They're suited for multiplayer. They're already pre-built, so you get 3 maps for free. If you're a Minecraft owner on Xbox One and Xbox 360, this will be available to you in June. So you guys get it first. I'm sure this will come to other platforms. I mean, they're not going to go all Super Mario expansion on us and hold it to Xbox, but so 3 maps out of the gate. You'll be able to buy map packs if you like. $2.99 they'll be released at in the future. So basically just like a multiplayer arena. You have like health and stuff. You can pick up armor, pick up weapons and stuff. There are loot chests all over the arena to pick up items to use, to kill people in Minecraft. So nice little competitive action going on. So I know Assassin is the one who kind of let me know about the story, so I want him to give his opinions of this first. And I know. Don't show your opinion that I referenced. Just give your opinion verbally, if you would.
I love when on the PC. I used to play a lot of Hunger Games. People have randomly generated loot crates and whatnot. It was nice to go kill a bunch of people with stuff. Well, Minecraft Xbox doesn't have something like that, and I'm so excited to stab and punch and use bows and arrows to beat a bunch of people.
Now, the part about this story that I missed, Assassin, maybe you can clear this up for me.
Yep.
Are there new items that are going to be released with this, or is this just like an arena mode with existing Minecraft items? Like, are there going to be like tomahawks you can throw, or any other kind of weapons?
I think it's just going to be what's available.
Okay.
Unless they update the game with new stuff.
Wait, you
for
mean
them.
I can't throw like a bunny rabbit at you and watch it splatter on you?
Well, you could they probably have bunny
Jesus.
eggs that you could throw at people. I mean,
Bunny eggs? Is that what you just said?
Or maybe some ducks?
Yeah, like
eggs.
spawn eggs.
Did you say bunny eggs, dude?
bunny eggs.
Yeah,
spawn
they have
egg.
spawn eggs.
Yeah, each mob in the
Minecraft.
game has a spawn egg.
Okay, I need to get up in my Minecraft lore because I didn't know you could have bunny eggs in Minecraft. I must admit, that's ridiculous.
It's mostly used for creative, just so you can spawn specific mob.
Right. What would be cool if there was a way to use, like a spawn egg to spawn like a dragon or something that would help you out or something like that. I know that's probably not going to happen, but that'd be pretty cool if you could like spawn in some sort of animal to help you like seek things out, or if they made it like more than just like you're running around your own silence and
Well,
more
I mean,
than
they have wolves that you can tame, and then if someone tries to attack you, the wolf will attack them.
Okay, so yeah,
mechanic that's already in the game.
okay, so that's a good point. So you can get the wolves, but the mechanic is you have to tame them, so you have to like work towards taming them, right? Because if I remember correctly,
You
you
just
have to
gotta
like
feed it
them.
bones.
Huh?
You just gotta feed it bones.
Okay, so think about this: like you're in a like a competitive multiplayer arena, and a wolf comes up to you. You spawn a wolf, whatever, with a wolf egg or whatever the fuck it is, right? And you get the wolf, and then you have to sit there and feed it bones while everyone's running around, potentially could kill you.
Yeah, well, it's a risk and a reward.
That's true.
You know,
Okay, all right.
just like if they had creeper eggs, you throw it at a creeper, it has a chance to come at you and explode.
Interesting. Yeah. So will you be able to like spawn creepers and stuff, and
Probably.
creepers will be like distractions, and then you could be like off to the side, like pull your bow and arrow back, snipe some dudes.
Yep.
Assassin, I have a question on this since you're the Minecraft like genius and god.
Sure.
Are you able to use Minecraft beds in these arena modes? Like, can you go hide in a bed or make a bedroom?
Well, there's no crafting, so I don't know a reason why you would want a bed.
So your Phoenix room wouldn't be there on the mountaintop.
Well, these are maps that they made, so of course there's no stuff I made.
So I can't put an ocelot in your closet to kill you when you get out of bed.
You can't kill people with cats.
Cats just get scared and run away.
It was
Yep.
worth a try.
It was worth a try, clowns. I'll give that to you. Poison Ivy in the YouTube chat says, not a big fan of Minecraft, but I pretty much know everything about it. Weckless says, never played Minecraft. Is this like a mode you think people will be more excited to to play Minecraft? Like, I don't think this is a mode that people are just going to be like, oh, wow, this is cool. I'm going to buy Minecraft because of this mode. But do you think people will like get back into it? They're kind of like strayed away from it because it's just Minecraft, or everyone's like used to what Minecraft is. Do you think this is something that'll bring people back to the game and playing with their friends again, or what do you guys think?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Assassin. I didn't see you picking up the mic.
Go ahead first. You start.
All right, get ready to drop the mic. All right, so there you go. I think, for guys like Assassin who grew up with Minecraft and played it a lot growing up, I think this is going to bring them back into the game because a lot of them have grown. I would think a lot of people have grown out of it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And this is going to bring some of those guys back for that nostalgia. Be like, oh, remember those PC servers when we did all those PvP battles and we went insane. We had long nights drinking Mountain Dew, eating tons of Dorito. This is it right here. This is bringing it back, baby. This is it.
I can't believe this, but I think I'm gonna agree with you on this. I think I am gonna get back into it just to play this mode because, like, Minecraft, I play Minecraft like maybe like once every 3 months, and I'm just like, oh, this is cool. But then it's like, oh, this is like the same old Minecraft. But now, just get that opportunity to go in there and kill Assassin in one of these pre-built arenas instead of having to find like somebody to host a Hunger Games match and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm gonna snipe you out with the bow and arrow, Assassin. Is that cool?
What? You're killing me? I thought we were going after Xbot and the sun.
We might have to. We might have to go after him. So, Taylor, you have this on Xbox, right?
Yes, I do.
So, are you kind of like stoked about this now that you've heard about it, or is this not a big deal for you because you're already in love with the single player or the like cooperative gameplay?
I think it's a cool idea. I might start playing it again. Just because I can't play Minecraft alone. I get bored too fast.
Yeah.
So I always need someone else to play, but no one ever wants to play.
Right.
But now that there's this mode, it'd be interesting to see how many more people come back and play it.
Oh yeah, we're playing. We're playing. We're gonna have to get a game going on. Don't worry, it won't kill you. I'll kill Assassin first.
So
Okay.
can we ask Microsoft to make a special arena just for like 4 guys and name it like Hunt the Bigfoot and Assassin be the Bigfoot?
I mean, we could. That would be factually accurate.
Okay, good. All right, the request is going in now.
All right, cool. Because Assassin does have monstrous feet. Monstrous, dude. You can't even get shoes in the store, right? You have to send away from them.
Sometimes I get lucky.
You have to go to like those outlet stores that are like that have like these freaky ass sizes. They have like 15 wide.
Sometimes,
Wow.
but sometimes I have to go online.
Cool. Oh man, Minecraft. I can't believe I'm gonna say I'm gonna play Minecraft again. It's so crazy, but this mode looks cool. The Hunger Games thing did look cool to me. I did watch a lot of people stream it, like like we talked about before with Assassin watched a lot of people stream it and stuff. But like never like thought about saying, okay, let me get into that person's like pre-made Hunger Games match. It didn't like seem as appealing to me. But now that like there's an official like, it's probably gonna be like way better in quality too. Like it's gonna be. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Would you agree with that, Assassin? Or you think the people are more creative than like Mojang, for instance?
Well, I think both those people are going to be creative. I mean, if you go on PC, I mean, there's people making zombie maps from like Call of Duty or Halo maps and have Halo actual weapons, and so.
All right, so maybe they won't be that much better. I don't know. I like think of Mojang. I think of like everything they've done with add-ons and texture packs and stuff, and I'm like, this is quality. I guess I don't have as much like, I don't know, as much. I don't want to say love, but faith, I guess, in the community to make like as good a stuff as Mojang. But I mean, I'm probably wrong. I don't know. I'm not a huge Minecraft nut, so everything on like the Xbox One, when people would like host like Xbox One matches of Hunger Games or whatever, I always used to watch and I'd be like, dude, this is just a forest. Like, this is no big deal. Like, what are you doing?
I just want to say something. What Weckless said in the chat is like bring Doom in Minecraft. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Doom, I actually think a Minecraft Doom mode would probably do really good if they ever did something like that. I just want to say that. That's a genius idea.
Yeah, you think now that they... I can't believe we're talking this much about Minecraft, but it's an interesting point. Do you think they'll like bring another mode of multiplayer in now that they've... the Hunger Games thing was really successful, so like it was... it was almost like a given that they should have done this, and they probably should have done it before now. But do you think they'll bring in some sort of like other competitive mode?
Of course, if it brings in a bunch of people, why not?
Yeah.
But it'll have to be done by the community first, like Hunger Games was.
Not necessarily. They can make their own little thing.
All right, I dig. I'm gonna be playing this battle mini game. Did they say the day or did they say the month?
Just June.
Yeah, June. All right. That's fine. Assassin, I could be kicking your ass right before E3, or right after E3.
Not happening.
All right, I think that's that's it for battle minigame. That was way longer than I expected, but it was good. All right, before we get to the Xbox One stuff, let's go into the new releases. Because I figure the Xbox One stuff's probably going to take up like 40 minutes of the show. So, new releases this week, 2 releases. One, very highly critically acclaimed, as we expected. The other, not so much. So, let's start with the one that's the worst of the two.
Oh man.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan, a game that pretty much all of us old school, diehard Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle beat 'em up playing gamers wanted. Comes out and I guess it fell flat. Like, I didn't play it personally, but I know Clowns bought it and Assassin has it via GameShare. So why don't you guys tell us about it and what you like, what you dislike, and
Assassin, do your 1 minute review on that game, and then I'll chime in after you.
Sucks.
That was way less than a minute.
Yep. Let's see. I don't like the combat. I think the graphics and stuff. I don't want to base the whole game on graphics, but meh. Everything else is just boring and not fun. Clowns.
wait, what?
right.
Hold on a second. What do you mean the combat is not fun, dude? It's a beat 'em up, isn't it?
He played it for like 5 minutes, and he said,
10.
"I'm falling asleep," and he shut it off.
Yeah, it was very boring. I was like, I'm up. What did I do? Oh, I'm tired.
He just sounded like Bebop there for a second.
All right, so you don't like the combat. Clowns, is he right about that, or?
You know, it's a hit or miss with people. I mean, if you like slash 'ems and beat 'em ups, you're gonna love the comment. If you're not a fan of like that kind of button mashing, no, you're absolutely gonna hate it.
Okay, so it's more button. So that's something I did see in the reviews. It's more button mashing and less strategy. You know, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game in the arcades. Like when I was a kid, obviously I just like bashed the shit out of the buttons. Yeah, of course. But I mean, there could be strategy there. There's, certain places where you have to like dodge the lasers coming out of those little robots, or like dodge the lasers that like are trip lasers that are trying to like sweep the floor and get you, and you have to do a lot of jump dodging and stuff like that. But with this game, not so much, Clowns.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the 2D platformer game that we grew up with by Konami. It's not like that at all.
Damn it, man.
I would say that 2D one is better. I would say that's like a 10 out of 10, that 2D one, because I used to pump like $500 worth of quarters every time in that. But this one, okay, it's a hit or miss, like I said. And I'll tell you why I like it versus not liking it. I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number one. I like the IDW comic book artists, and I love their storylines because they're more adult-themed, and they're more violent, and sometimes a little bit gory. Too gory for kids. So I like that. I liked the animations. I thought it was fantastic. I like the humor in the game. It does have a lot of humor. Like, you can make Michelangelo be like a cheerleader while you're fighting, and he's sitting there with like fake pom-poms up in the air jumping around. Kind of like Assassin does for our show, every time we shut it off.
Nice.
So
I don't have pom-poms, and I'm not being a cheerleader for anyone.
sorry, Assassin. Just had to put it out there. But yeah, no, I mean, like, I like it, man. Like, I dig it. It's a lot of fun for me. Now, what I don't like about it, let me get into what I don't like. The levels are very short.
Yeah, I heard it was
very,
really
very
short,
short.
yeah.
Extremely short. The boss fights seem to be like all the same. If you know how to switch from one turtle to the next turtle, you can easily like destroy a boss, no problem. And then the levels are very repetitive too. Like the sewers, the 2 different sewer levels look identical to each other. Identical stuff in each mission too. Like find the enemy hideout, and you like go into a sewer cap, and you see like a bunch of Foot Clan soldiers sitting in chairs on their computers, like with question marks. Like, okay, what? There's like 4 of them in here. Is this really like a hideout? You gonna have 4 Foot Clan in a hideout? Come on, like that was stupid. And the defuse the bomb stuff is too repetitive. So it's very repetitive. Short levels are the negatives. The plus, the humor, the animations, it's the turtles. The graphics are decent, and I would say I would give it a 6.5, minus the 2 points for all the repetitiveness and the short levels.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the knock on it I've seen too, man. So I mean, that's a good synopsis. Like, very short, very repetitive. And people. I think a lot of people, most of the people, are loving, the graphics, the art style. I've heard is very very good. And it just sucks that it's so damn short. Like, I mean, yeah, you came out at $50, but is there any replay value whatsoever? Like, are there collectibles? Like,
Yeah, there is collectibles. You can collect the IDW comics in the game, which I don't even know how I found one. I just ended up in my inventory, and there's a lot of them. So yeah, I mean, there's stuff like that, and you can go back and beat it on hard. You know, and no, She-Wolf, I did not beat it, but I'm still playing it.
gotcha. Assassin, did you beat it? Because I know you love to just be a completionist.
Absolutely not. I think I finished half a level and just like, okay, whatever, quit.
Nice. Taylor, are you a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan of any kind?
I didn't even know that this game existed.
Oh my god! Wow. Yeah, the marketing
one
was
that
kind of
come-
bad.
Yeah, I had no idea about it.
Yeah, you know what? The marketing was kind of bad on it. It really was. I mean, obviously, the game didn't really live up to great expectations or whatnot. But, yeah, I mean, I feel like you had to seek this one out to really know that it was coming out. Like, I didn't see any ads on TV, nothing really on game sites or whatnot. I mean, the only reason I knew it was coming out is because I go in the Xbox store quite often, and it's there and they're coming soon. But other than that, like, I would have probably never known. So
Maybe there's a reason there wasn't a lot of marketing.
yeah, exactly. J Street says he thought the game may be good in the Twitch chat. He says, "Guess I'll buy it when it's $20." Yeah, this has price drop slash, Black Friday sale written all over it. I think 20. Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a go. Because I'm a huge TMNT fan. I love the old beat 'em up games, but as Clown said, probably not gonna give you the same feels as the old school 2D ones back in the day. What else? Some people in the chat mentioned, this game is made by Platinum Games. They've made games like Terminator, not Terminator. Wow, hello, Transformers Devastation or whatever it is. And that game came out not too long ago, and that game was pretty good. I mean, that was like 80 Metacritic, around there, high 70s. And Platinum Games also makes, they made Star Fox Zero, the recent like remake of Star Fox 64, kind of, if you will, for the Wii U. And they're also coming out with Scalebound, which is supposed to be a huge AAA title for the Xbox One that was supposed to come out this year, but it was delayed until 2017. So Platinum Games, they're a very known and respected developer, I feel, and they also made Bayonetta for the Wii U, and for, I think that was a multi-platinum game back when the first one came out, but the second one was an Wii U exclusive. So, Assassin, I'll go to you on this one, because I think other than, I think were you a Scalebound fan when you saw the footage?
Looked alright.
Oh, okay. I thought you were a big fan. But do you think them releasing a game like this like translates at all to Scalebound? Like, do you think we should be worried now about the quality or not?
I didn't even know they were the same company till 2 seconds ago.
Oh well.
Now it has me worried.
Now it has. Damn it! This podcast is making people worry. They didn't even make that connection.
No, come on, Assassin. Like,
TMNT sucks. And I haven't played the other games that they made, so they probably suck.
No, I'm going to say I think with the investment in Scalebound and the push from Microsoft behind Scalebound, I think Scalebound is going to be epic. Because one thing we know about Phil Spencer and the team right now is that they only push what they believe is really good, like Quantum Break, the Forza series. So I think if Platinum has teams developing games, they probably put their best teams on Scalebound versus TMNT. Right. You probably got like the small, like 4 guys who copy and paste a lot of their code versus like the multi-million-dollar teams making Scalebound or something.
That's the hope.
That's the picture I'm looking at.
I certainly hope that picture is accurate, because Oh man, when I didn't even know that they were the same either, because like we kind of alluded to already, that this game kind of flew under the radar, and I kind of was like doing some research on it when it was getting closer to release, and I saw, oh, Platinum Games makes this, like shit, they're making Scalebound, and so I hope this game's really good. Then the reviews come out and they're not very good at all. Metacritic like 50s, so not very good. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried. I'm worried, but clowns, if you're right, which I hope you are, then people should not be worried. But I think like people, I don't want to say people make that connection in general, because you guys obviously like didn't even think about that. But for me, I do make that connection, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just like going too crazy about it.
But look at other stuff too that has been underestimated or overestimated. For example, like Mad Max and Shadow of Mordor. I mean, look what happened. If you played them, they were pretty fun, right?
Yep.
And the reviews weren't like that fantastic on them.
Right.
So I mean, I wouldn't put all your hats in a bucket on this one. And just say, oh, Platinum Games is making this, so Scalebound's gonna suck. No, because we don't know who at Platinum is making Scalebound. Do we? Like, did they release a list of devs or anything?
No. So, all right, people, don't go with your pitchforks yet. Don't go with the pitchforks yet, people. Yeah. So people in the chat about TMNT saying they'll wait for it to be $20. Hold on, let me see what people are saying. Yeah, Lady Foxfire said pick out when it's 20. She Wolf thought it would have gotten it if it would have been better and longer. No, GKB will wait for the sale. So yeah, people overall not gonna pick it up for the $50 asking price. And I saw, Clowns, you snuck in chat that you think it'll make the 99-cent bin at Walmart.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but you look at games these days and the how fast they drop in price with like Amazon and Walmart and Target.com always competing. And I will say that I believe in the future that the Microsoft Store.com and the used games at Redbox, you'll probably end up seeing this game, if it's in Redbox, probably around $5 to $10 by Black Friday sale. I believe it. You could probably pick up a used copy for that price by Black Friday. That's how I feel about it. Unfortunately, I don't want to feel that way.
If it is, I'm grabbing it. Poison Ivy says 99 cents. Did I say $99? I meant 99 cents if I said $99. My bad. Yeah, so $5, grabbing it for sure.
No, we need Reezy to get this because I need somebody to talk to about this game, man.
Oh, is Reezy a TMNT fan? Taylor?
I have no idea.
Ask him, be like, on the podcast tonight we talked about this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Clown said that you'd really like it. See if he grabs it. See if he looks into it.
He'll probably be like, what? He'll like give me like a weird look, because I never try and like sell him on a game. So
well,
if I'm
you're on
trying
this
to
podcast,
do that,
so.
but okay, I never try and sell him a game
Yeah.
because I'm just gonna get like yelled at for like 20 minutes, or I'm gonna get like a 20-minute lecture about some other game that he wants to play.
Oh, that sucks.
He takes his gaming very, very seriously.
Oh, I know.
It was worth a shot. I just want somebody else to spend 50 on it so I could say somebody else spent 50 on it.
I mean, he gets paid weekly.
Yeah, that's not
I'd be
bad.
able to just be like, hey, you should get this.
Mike Odell in the YouTube chat says, as low as the review scores are, my 7-year-old freaking loves TMNT. And you know what? I think kids are going to love it. From what I've seen the videos. Yeah, it's repetitive for us adults that know of games that aren't as repetitive and stuff. But you know what? I think my nephews, they're 10 and 8 years old, I think they'll love the hell out of it. Unfortunately, there's no couch co-op, which I can't believe I'm bashing a game for not having couch co-op. But games like this, right, Clowns? I mean, beat 'em ups, that's a must, no?
Yeah, well, they do have online co-op.
Yeah, but my nephews are sitting at the same TV on the same Xbox. They're not going to be able to play it together.
Well, they're going to have to invest in another Xbox.
Yeah, that's right.
Another TV and Xbox Live.
Just bring Dan's over or Al's and just play from theirs.
Yeah, true. We'll talk about a new, cheaper option as an Xbox that they may be able to grab with their own money even in just a little bit. Anyway, so anything else on TMNT before we move over to Overwatch real quick? No? Alright, cool. So Assassin's favorite game came out. He's been really anticipating it for a long, long time, and I mean a long time. Um, he's been ever since probably like March. He's been looking at this game. He's been like, Inferno, you checked out this Overwatch game, and I'm like, Assassin. Of course I know about it. I know you're dying to get it. It comes out. The kid like stays up. 7:01 happens on the 23rd of May, just this week, and he gets on that. And Assassin, you love the experience, right?
No.
What?
Game sucks.
Man, you know what, Inferno? Remember, I was so against Overwatch, and I was talking so much
I know.
trash about it.
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh man, this sucks." And you're like, "No, clowns, give it a chance. Don't make a comment on this. Give it a chance. Don't just look at it and like give a 1-minute review on it." And Assassin's like, "Yeah, clowns, it looks like awesome, man. You gotta get this game. We gotta get this game, bro."
Yep. I do.
And now
I
the
remember
first
this.
day he plays it, he uninstalls it.
Second day. Come on.
Assassin, come on, bro. You were hyping this up. Don't even lie. You can't even get out of this one.
It looked good. I'm not gonna lie. It looked really good.
All right, so the chat wants reasons, Assassin, for your saying that it sucks. So you gave me some good reasons that I want you to kind of reiterate now that we're live. So tell us why you think it's not at its full potential right now.
Okay. Well, first off, I didn't say. Well, I said the clowns. Lack of content. There's 12 maps, 4 game modes, and 20 whatever. Like, I mean, come on. Let's bring in some like challenges. Let's bring in something else. I mean, player campaign, whatever. Just throw that away. Who cares? I mean, there is none, obviously, but
Thank you. Voice of reason. It's a multiplayer game, so if you're gonna add content, please be like more modes or more characters or more maps or whatever, or like a challenge mode, like you said. This is not a single player game, so don't just throw a campaign in. If they had a campaign in this game, it would feel like it almost was just thrown in, wouldn't you say?
yeah, for sure. Then second is the loot crates. Okay, you get them. They're like the supply drops in Black Ops 3. You can either spend money, which you get a lot from your money, or you could just earn by leveling up, which takes forever to level up, even at the low levels. I mean, they're all customization options, but there should be another way other than leveling up to get these things. Because I'm not going to play like 10 matches to level up once to get, which my luck is very bad. I've been getting sprays. That's it.
Yeah.
No skins, nothing else, just sprays. I don't care about, this isn't a Battlefield Hardline or something. I don't want to spray some little thing on the wall. I want fucking skins.
Oh, I want sprays, but I don't want them in the loot crates. Like the loot crates you get, like you're saying, I agree with you. Like you open a loot crate, it's epic, right? And then all of a sudden, like you getting sprays. Like,
Yeah.
agree with you. I agree.
I think I got one skin so far. Just one. And I've opened 15. But anyways, another thing, the respawn timer. It's terrible. I haven't heard a single person who likes it. You've got the payload game mode where someone dies, someone dies, then like 3 seconds later someone else dies, and so on. So you got one person spawning, no one else is at the objective, so they run, they die, and it just repeats and repeats and repeats. And then you have to sit back, be like, okay guys, I'll wait for you. By then the payload's halfway across the map. You can't do anything. And then they got little bastions. They got that fucking little guy with the turret just stacked up on there with the shield, just ready to go, and you can't do anything.
The spawn time thing is, now I wasn't thinking that, of course, because of my love for Overwatch, but when you talked to me about it earlier, like that is an amazing point. Like that is, I think, even over like the Bastion OP thing, because the Bastion OP thing, like people can get around that. There've been people that got around it. Even when we play that private match, like I was popping out with Farah, like firing a few bullets at her. You know what I mean? Like I was getting that shield down with what's his name, Reinhardt and stuff, and getting some hits on Bastion or whatever. So like there's ways to get around that. You can use Tracer, to outrun him a little bit, outrun his little Gatling gun. But the respawn timer like makes defense if your team gets wiped out, the defense is like impossible on payload, I think. And like you see matches only lasting like 3 minutes, and you're just like, dude, these matches should last for like 10 minutes minimum.
One thing about Overwatch that Assassin's on point about is that it really feels like your team sometimes just goes off and disappears, does their own thing. And today, when I was playing, I experienced that. I was like, where the hell is my team? I was the only one at the payload.
Yep.
And I couldn't be the character I wanted to be. I had to be Reinhardt with the shield just to get the payload moving. So by myself, I moved the payload from its spawn point all the way to the end point with that Reinhardt shield.
Right. Yep.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
That is a downfall to the game right there.
Yep. Definitely some Reinhardt and Bastion balancing. Definitely needed. And if you've played the game against Reinhardt and Bastion combination, you know, even by themselves, but you know, more so together. If you've played against that combo, you know that they need some sort of nerf. Because you can just fire anything you want through that Reinhardt shield, and they can't fire against you. So you can, you know, have your Reinhardt posted up with a shield, and then you can have a turret that has like unlimited range from Torbjorn, and then you can have Bastion like kind of set up with his Gatling gun behind the same shield. You know what I mean? So it's like they just need some balancing to go on. Like they should limit the amount of rounds you can fire through that Reinhardt shield or something, or have a cooldown on you know, how many firing rounds through it, so you can't fire around through it infinitely from the same team or whatever. So it's nuts.
I mean, just to give you guys an example of how bad it got the other night with me, Assassin, and Fire Monkey. And me and Fire Monkey, we like this game. Assassin's, you know, the one out of our crew who hates this game. But he was Winston. Fire Monkey was Winston. I think Assassin was like Bastion or somebody. I was Junkrat and somebody was Reinhardt. So what happened was Reinhardt jumped on the front of the payload with a shield. Fire Monkey as Winston put his shield around the payload on top of that. We had Bastion on the right side of the payload and me as Junkrat on the left side. And that's how we got that move. We had to be so cheap just to get it moving because everyone was using that dragon dude and those dragons were flying at you and you were just dropping dead instantly.
Yep. It's true. Now, I haven't, like, the limited time that I've played, I haven't seen too many people, like, just abusing the same characters over and over and over. Yeah, Bastion and Reinhardt, that's a different story. But I feel like I've seen, like, a decent variety of the other characters. I don't feel like I never see, like, McCree, for example, or, like, Lucio, whatever. I feel like I see pretty much a good variety of people. I mean, that's, of course, like, no, Reinhardt and Bastion, there's one in every match, but what do you guys think? Like, obviously, people abuse that combo, like we've been talking about. Do you think you see a good mix of the other characters? Or do you think it's getting to the point already where people are just using the same old characters?
People are using the same old characters. You probably see 6 of them being used, and that's really it.
Yep. Or people are using the characters incorrectly as well. Because, I mean, look at our buddy Wes who plays Overwatch. He was using Junkrat as a sniper. He was sitting back in snipes with Junkrat. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's not what he's for. He's go run out there and drop grenades when he's dead. That's what he's supposed to do.
Yep. And this is why you need, and Weckless in the YouTube chat made an awesome suggestion. This is why you need a headset-only lobby, or you need to play with your friends to make this game really, really enjoyable because of that fact. Like, people do play their characters very improperly, and this is a game of strategy. You know, this is not just like a Call of Duty where you run in and you're just shooting people left and right. Like, you do have to play your characters properly, and if you are on a team of dopes that don't know how to do that, then it doesn't get fun. Like, it gets really annoying and you get upset. So like that's kind of a downfall with it too, is that it kind of requires like a community in order to, like, a group of people. And not just like 2 even. Like 2 can be frustrating as well. Like 3 or more to kind of make it fun, I guess. And like you're actually working together instead of people, you know, using defense characters on offense and stuff like that. So, Taylor, we haven't heard from you on Overwatch. Have you played it or looked into it, or?
I haven't been able to play it because I have no money at the moment. But next Friday. I'm trying to get it. So, but the way that you guys have been talking about it, it sounds like kind of the same issues that Smite has had, where people just abuse their characters. They pick the same ones over and over, and they don't play their characters right. Like, for words are difficult. For instance, one of the characters in Smite, Loki, probably one of the most OP gods in the game because he can go invisible, he can run around, and then if he hits you from behind, you bleed for like I think it's like 5 seconds or something. And so each additional hit he gets on you, the more you bleed. So the faster you die. He's probably I think he's the most hated god in the game because of that. And people will use him going into the solo lane who don't know how to use him. And solo lane is meant for more damage and more tanky characters.
Yep.
So, and then they'll go into that lane and they'll do good early game, and then late game they're getting crushed by like tier.
Right.
And then you've lost because you don't have really a good tank to back you up.
Right. Yeah, and you're exactly right. Like, even though you haven't played, like, just from hearing it, you're right on the money. Like, people do very stupid things with their characters and compromise the whole team because of it. And Smite's like another one of those games, even though this isn't a MOBA, Overwatch isn't a MOBA and Smite is, like, there is still that team play that is absolutely necessary in order for you to win. So, like, you can do stupid things that will screw up your whole team. Like, if you're playing COD and somebody's, like, 360 no-scoping the entire match, like, you can still pull off a win because, one player in COD 360 no-scoping might not compromise, a TDM match or what have you, or even a search match. But, like, in this, like, all the game modes are very team play oriented. So, if one player is on there screwing it up, they may ruin your whole experience. So... so good comparison, Taylor. Plus 10 points for Gryffindor.
Perfect. I actually am in Gryffindor.
Nice. So there you go. We've been getting a lot of comments in the YouTube chat that I want to address, and sorry if I don't name you by name, but let me see. Maybe I will name you by name if I can scroll up and say it fast enough. Andrew Rogers said, "Did you know that in the early beta, Bastion actually had a shield in his turret mode?" If they left that in, wow, this would have it would have been more Bastion hate than there already is.
Oh, yeah.
People think that maybe, I think She-Wolf said this, that they're going to add a campaign in later, kind of like what Battlefront's going to do with their next release. Do you guys see a campaign added later, or are they just going to keep this multiplayer only?
They should just keep it multiplayer, but they should add those little things that they've been putting on YouTube or whatever, those animated things. I don't even know what they're called. That's like Pixar movie.
Just based on what She-Wolf said about the mini campaigns or whatever, I could see them having design campaigns for some of these characters, but maybe didn't complete them because there's so many animated shorts for these characters that explain like their background. And you guys probably don't know who this is, but there's a voice actress, Brina Palencia, who even voiced one of the things. And usually when she's in something, like she was the voice of Mad Moxie. So I mean, like usually there's something more to it. So yeah, I think she may have a point here. I think she may be on point.
Yeah. See, I would enjoy, like, if they put a campaign in, it's still gonna be in my mind that that it's just tacked on. Like, I'm sorry, it came out, it plays, in my opinion, I think Overwatch is like an 8.5. It plays so well in multiplayer. Yeah, the things that Assassin mentioned are definitely wrong with the game. They need to patch that up, and when they do, it's worth it for me to pay $60 and have the kind of fun that I've had even so far with my friends and getting private matches going and just having a blast. Like, it's been a good time for the limited amount of time I've been able to play, and I don't see people going away from it too quickly. Yeah, people are gonna go away with it. Jay Street in the Twitch chat says, think it's like it is with every online game, only game. It's gonna get stale and old after a while, and then sometimes very quickly, and then it's gonna go away. But I think this one's gonna take a little while to go away, so I'm still gonna have fun with it, and it's worth it. But I think of this as an online only game, an online multiplayer only game. So if they throw in a campaign, I'm just gonna be like, okay, well, great, thanks for this tacked on nonsense. But if they add like Assassin, what you're saying, like those little animated shorts that they add in like little stories, like kind of like what they had in Street Fighter, that you can play through, like if just a few like scenarios or whatever that just add a little story to the characters. I think that's game. Like I'm liking that a lot. I'm liking that idea. Mooch wants to know if we think that if it's getting 90s Metacritic because it's by Blizzard. Do we think the Blizzard effect is in full force here? Do you think that because it's a huge, very well-known, very reputable developer that it's getting good treatment, or if this were Joe Schmo's games at PAX, this would do as well? Critically, I'm saying, not like how many purchases, but how it's reviewed.
I would have to. I hate to say this because I'm a fan of Overwatch.
Yeah.
But I would have to agree with Mooch that I think some of these reviews are a bit fanboyish with these Perfect 10s. Because there's definitely issues with the game that need to be addressed. Is it below an 8? No, I don't feel it is. But I do feel that some of these reviewers are Blizzard fanboys from the World of Warcraft days, Hearthstone, stuff like that. And, people love Blizzard because they keep putting out these things that people sink money into.
Mm-hmm. Taylor, what do you think? The Blizzard effect in full force here?
Yeah, I think partially it is. Because whenever a game comes out from a bigger company, it gets better reviews no matter what. Even if the game is not that good, it'll still get good reviews because they like that company.
Yep. Generally speaking, I agree with you. Assassin, thoughts?
Oh, yeah, and I wouldn't blame them if someone was getting a little extra money on the side. If you know what I mean.
Nice.
Oh, you can't pull the clouds right there, Assassin. You can't pull the clouds, man.
Oh my god. Are we gonna play this after we chat? Andrew Rogers wants to know in the YouTube chat. I personally am not. It may be much later, but these guys may. Who knows? One more thing before we get off Overwatch into the Xbox stuff, because that's going to take us a little while. Poison Ivy says, I love a good story, especially when the lore is deep. In this game, the lore is deep. She didn't say that, but I wanted to add that in. It deserves to be explored and expanded upon. So because there's so many characters that are unique that have, their strengths and the story strengths that they have, they're so unique and so colorful and playful and stuff. Do you think that should be explored, or Assassin, you think it's okay just to have these animated shorts to explore them, or do they really need their own chapter in a multiplayer in a single player experience?
Well, if they're not going to add the single player, bringing in those animated shorts would be nice, or even just bringing a bio type situation, where it tells them their story and.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can go for that. How about Taylor or Clowns? Is a bio good enough, or do we need a chapter in a single player for these characters?
I think a bio would be good, but if they want to bring in a small little single player thing that you can do, just so if people want to play the game but they don't want to deal with multiplayer.
Yep.
There are some games where it's a lot of multiplayer, but I don't want to deal with everyone else online. I just want to do something in the game by myself. I'll go and find something within the game, play it by myself.
Right. Good point. Clowns?
Yeah, I think bios would be good if they're in game. I hate to say this, but I favor Junkrat, right? So the only one that I really want to see campaign for is just Junkrat, because I want to get to know why he's a criminal. Mm-hmm. I think he's a badass criminal. It reminds me of the Joker, but that's just fanboyism. That has nothing to do with what he really deserves.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, I would even vote for which one should get a story mode. If they're only going to do a few of them. I would vote, or if they were to do them in a series of releases, because they're making them up as they go, whatever. in terms of like creating like the assets and stuff, not making up the stories, but just like creating the assets and actually making the single player experience. If you could vote for which one to come first, like I'd be game for that. But don't just like throw me a huge single player campaign. Like give me experiences that teach me like about each character. I mean, I don't need a huge story with Overwatch. Some background, yeah, but a huge story, definitely not. Well, for me at least. So yeah, I think we're done with Overwatch. I think we should get to the Xbox stuff because it's already been going for like 50 minutes. Thinking we can do the Xbox stuff in like 25-ish. One thing I do want to mention that somebody said in the chat, HP North. Shout out to HP North for coming by and watching like all the time. Thank you so much. HP North says, did they already talk about No Man's Sky being delayed? We did not, and I'm not really planning on it. Other than a quick mention, yeah, No Man's Sky got delayed. Are we surprised? Is anyone surprised about this?
Nope.
Me neither. Not one bit. That's why I didn't have it on the notes for this week, because it's kind of like almost expected at this point that game's delayed. Clowns, No Man's Sky being delayed.
Yeah, is it even going to come out this generation at this point? Like, I mean,
Ooh.
Are they waiting for the Neo to drop? Ooh, to make Neo mode? Woo. Come on. You said the game was going to be out. Get your crap together and put the shit out. Stop messing around.
Yeah. Yep. No Man's Sky, more like no one plays, Mike Odell says. Jesus. Okay, great. Unbelievable. Taylor, do you know what No Man's Sky is?
I don't.
Yeah, it's a PlayStation PC game. It's like space exploration. It's really huge though. It's really vast. So like it's not surprising to me that it got delayed. But when it comes out, I'll probably check it out, no doubt.
I mean, by the time it comes out, NASA will make their second landing on the moon with this new push for NASA.
Nice.
I mean, seriously, it's just ridiculous.
All right, now the moment everyone's been waiting for. I can't believe I've been teasing it for 50 minutes in this show. Xbox rumors. Read all about it. Some new E3 news. Some rumors about stuff that's going to be revealed at E3 that we never thought would happen if we trusted and... Well, not trusted, but heeded the advice and words of Phil Spencer, who continuously said no hardware this year. Or I guess he really said no like new Xbox console this year. So the next kind of things that we're going to talk about that are supposed to be coming at E3, I guess weren't included in that. So I will give him a pass. And because he's the Xbox god. But let's first get into the streaming things. So apparently there's going to be 2 streaming devices that are going to be released at E3 and shown off that Xbox is bringing. They kind of fall under the moniker of Xbox TV, if you will. One of the devices is the proper Xbox TV, if you will, and the other one's kind of like a streaming dongle, like Chromecast. So the streaming dongle, like Chromecast, plugs into your HDMI. And no, it doesn't look like this. I mocked this up in Photoshop, so don't think that's what it looks like. I don't have any insider information. I kind of just like gave an example. So it's like a Chromecast, if anyone's familiar with that. Just plugs into your HDMI port. You can use your Xbox One controller with it, and you can stream Xbox games from an Xbox One in your house to a different TV if someone's using it for something else potentially. So yeah. First, what do we think about the streaming dongle thing? Is this something we all needed, or is this not? It's kind of something random. Like, did anyone expect this to come out? This Xbox streaming dongle thing?
No.
No.
Yeah.
It's very random.
Very random.
Yeah, I have a lot of feelings on this topic, and I think that if they're gonna push the streaming device, make it cheaper than Chromecast, if they want it to succeed.
It's got to be cheap. Yeah, it's got to be cheap. Okay, so a good segue. Price point on this thing for you guys to even get one or look at it.
20 or less.
Yeah, it's got to be like 25. What's a Chromecast, like 30?
I think it's 25 on sale.
Is it 25?
It might be 35 normally, but you can usually get it for like 25, I believe.
Yeah, this thing's got to be cheap. It's got to be real cheap, for me at least, and for clowns apparently too. Taylor or Assassin, price on this thing to get Xbox One on a different TV?
Just buy another TV and put it in a different room where it's gonna be my TV. Like,
right? I mean, the Xbox One can be moved
Yeah.
around. I mean, I guess if someone's like, so for me, like I have it set up in my living room. My girlfriend watches like Netflix, Hulu. My TV's wired through the HDMI in port, for example. So if she's gonna be able to watch TV on hers, and I don't have a Windows 10 computer that I can already stream to or whatever, and I can play the games while she's, watching TV or Netflix or Hulu, like I'm game for this. So like the situation you just presented, Taylor, like just move your Xbox to a TV that you buy and put in a room that you want to play, right? Like
Right.
I couldn't do that, for example,
Mhm.
because like she'd be watching Netflix or whatever. So but like yeah, if you're the only person or like someone else doesn't use your Xbox, like just move it. Like please.
Yeah. Like, I'm about to get a TV and put it in my room, so I got my Xbox in my room.
There you go.
You
Because
know,
my
one
sister
thing,
uses the Wii for everything else. So,
What are you gonna say, Clowns?
one thing we didn't even think about with this, or at least if we did, we didn't discuss it, is I was just thinking, how like if you have Plex on your PC, you can log in through the web from anywhere and watch it.
Yeah.
So what if they had the capabilities if you leave your Xbox One on, like even in standby mode, right?
Yeah.
Power saving mode or whatever.
Yep.
And you're at a hotel and you're traveling, like some of the people we know. They plug in this device, this small little device to the HDMI port,
Mm-hmm.
and it can connect wirelessly to their Xbox One and bring up their apps and stuff. I mean, that's a possibility, right? So maybe there is a little purpose to this. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously these are just rumors and leaks and whatnot, so we don't know the full specs or full details. But I guess the leak has suggested that it's on the same network. But if it does work, like you're saying, Clowns, like that could be a game changer for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they would have to do something like that for this thing to take off and succeed, because the market is oversaturated. We already got like the Amazon Fire Stick, which is widely popular, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku for people that don't know, a lot about Fire TV or Apple TV. So I mean, it needs to do something that they can't do.
Right. Mike Odell says in the YouTube chat says, if this can stream, Xbox stuff like Netflix, Hulu, Xbox games, all that kind of jazz, to a TV, and you don't have to plug in a Windows 10 computer or a laptop or whatever to do that streaming, then he's all in on it. So I guess this does have a market. I guess someone like Mike would buy it in the YouTube chat. So, I mean, I guess it does have a market. For me, like, I already have a couple Xbox Ones. I usually just take over the TV if I want to play Xbox One. So, like, it's not really too much of an issue for me. But I guess for some people, yeah, definitely, definitely could be a market for it. What about you, Assassin? What do you think?
I think it's an interesting idea. Then I would, but I can see it being like $20 with probably because you can use an Xbox controller. I can see him playing it for $70 with the controller. Because normally it's 60, but in that for 70, you're saving $10.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you go. More money for Xbox, and the investors are happy.
Assassin, would that work in your house though? Like if your mom wants to watch Netflix or Hulu, she plugs this in like the other TV, and she can like use one of those apps where you're playing games on your Xbox One. Would that work in a house like yours?
I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
I mean,
if it's
why
cheap,
not?
I'll try it.
Yeah, and like you're saying with the throne with the controller, like since it works with the controller, I think that's a smart move. Like bundle it up like they do with the play and charge kits. Bing bang boom. Like you've got the streaming thing in your house. They can say that they have more install base of Xbox devices and call it a day. So I mean, it's got to be cheap. I guess and people are saying in the YouTube chat that it's gonna be like $20 to $30 right around there. I think one person said maybe $40, but I wouldn't pay 40 for this thing. Definitely not.
Absolutely not.
Definitely not. It's got to be 20 or less. And it can be. It definitely can be. I mean, if the Chromecast is 25, then this thing can be 25. Because it's essentially doing the same thing. The only difference is it has a proprietary wireless to use the Xbox One controller. So yeah. The other thing, though, the Xbox TV proper, if you will, the other streaming device, the mini console, if you will, the micro console that some people are terming it, has the same functionality as the dongle, but you can actually run like Windows apps, and you can run some games by itself. I don't know exactly what they mean by that. They don't mean like Forza 6 or like Call of Duty Black Ops 3 or like any Xbox One games. I don't think that's what they mean. I think they mean maybe some 360 games. I don't know. Maybe like just some Windows 10 app games like Crossy Road or stupid shit like that. Or like, I don't know, Clash of Clans or things like that. I don't know exactly what they mean by games, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So what do you guys think about that one? Anyone? Assassin?
Got nothing.
Assassin, are you going to buy it?
Probably not, but I can see them putting in some like indie games like that are on the Xbox One. Not like, Ark Survival or, games like that, but, Gear Gauntlet or something like that.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, to be honest with you. Plus 10 points for Hufflepuff or whoever you belong to. Assassin's like, what?
No, it's Harry Potter, I know.
Are you Hufflepuff or Gryffindor or what are you?
No, Slytherin.
Are you Slytherin, you sneaky ass? All right, that's fine. Yeah, no, like if you could run like some arcade games, some of the simple ones, or not arcade but indie games. I mean that could be cool.
Man, it'd be a great way to bring back Full House Poker, huh?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
I'm doing Full House Poker on that thing if it comes out. If this thing comes out at $50, I can do some Full House, some arcade games. I can plug it into the TV like in my bedroom or something. I'm in.
I had a conversation with shout out to Captain Zazma, aka Zaz from Console Corner with She-Wolf GKB and the Bear Claw Game and the whole crew there. But I had a conversation with him the other day, and we were talking like, if Sony Blu-ray players, right, can have PS Now on it, and that's a very slow OS on the Blu-ray players, and they can have PS Now on that right now as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't Microsoft do something with this Microsoft or Xbox TV and stream Xbox 360 games? I mean, imagine the possibilities if they were able to pull that off and do like a 360 streaming library. And I'm against game streaming in general, but I think if they did this for this, I think it would sell out. It would be a success across the board.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, PS Now sucks, but we all know like Microsoft has some powerful cloud services that they're very well known for. Laugh as you may about Azure servers or whatnot, but like they use the one cloud or whatever, and Microsoft has very powerful cloud services, so they can employ those for use to stream some 360 games to this thing, and people can check out some stuff that isn't backwards compatible on the Xbox One and get that audience that is let's face it, getting rid of their 360s or not playing their 360s or not buying 360s because they're old and stuff like that. So that Clowns, I think that's a good point. I think that's a good market for this for sure. What do you guys think about that? A streaming device for like old 360 games to stream them, kind of like PS Now. You guys in for that, or?
If it's priced right.
Yeah, it's gotta be better price than friggin' PS Now. Jesus.
What is it, like $30 a month or something?
Ugh, don't even remind me. That thing doesn't even work half the time. You can't even like party chat. Like on my 100 down, 100 up connection, I'm playing PS Now and I'm party chatting with you guys on a PlayStation 4. It's like it's so bad. It's terrible. I want it to be better though, because I'm like, if PS Now were priced properly and it worked better, I would be a subscriber. But it just is not worth it at this point. Clowns, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying this is where Microsoft has the advantage because they do have better dedicated servers, and I mean they're even experimenting with servers underwater that use the ocean for cooling. So I mean, like, Microsoft is there with the tech, and they can pull this off successfully. And I hope this is the device that shows us what they can do.
Mm-hmm. Same. I'm excited for the Xbox TV thing, the streaming dongle. Screw it. There's a million and one of those, like we've talked about with the Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, all that stuff. But this Xbox TV could be pretty sick. Taylor, streaming some 360 games, yeah or nay on that?
Well, again, I was poor when I had the 360, so I didn't have a lot of games on there either. So
Gotcha.
that if I look into more games that were on the 360 and are going to stay exclusive to the 360, I might look into it.
Yeah. I mean, there's some great games that people didn't play that, are taking their sweet ass time going backwards compatible. So, BioShock series, anyone? Assassin?
Good game. Collection of games, actually.
Ooh, nice sneak in there. I like that. I like what you did there. All right, now for the really meat and potatoes of the leaks, right? The new Xbox One variants, right? So we'll talk about the less interesting one first. The Xbox One Slim, right? Apparently rumored to be 40% smaller up to 40% smaller than the original current Xbox One SKU that's out right now. Includes a 2 terabyte hard drive, apparently. No word on whether or not the Blu-ray player is ditched, but kind of signs are pointing to that. Also, it's going to have 4K video support, which the Xbox One does not have currently. So on Netflix, there are some Ultra HD and 4K movies and TV shows that are becoming available, and there are some streaming services that do offer 4K video. So you'll be able to output in 4K for those services with this new Xbox Slim. But no 4K gaming, just 4K video. And this is supposed to be coming out later this year, apparently. They're going to show it off, give it the full treatment at E3 just in a couple weeks. So what do we think about the Xbox One Slim? It's supposed to be a lot cheaper, too. I forgot to say that. A lot cheaper than the current console. Maybe below 200 even, I've been hearing. So what do we think? Xbox Slim, yay or nay?
I mean, it's a good thing. It's nice that we get a Slim since these things are fucking huge, and I think my VCR is smaller. Just saying. But, I don't know.
Can confirm the VCR is smaller.
Nice. So, Taylor, you'd be on this? If this were cheap, you wouldn't have to worry about moving your Xbox like we just talked about. You can,
Yeah, but I have the Halo edition Xbox, so it's very pretty.
Yes.
And nice looking. So I probably won't get it unless I can get a cool color scheme to mine.
Yes.
It's just so pretty. And I can't part with it.
I gotcha. Yeah. So I don't think there'll be any collectors or special editions of this one anytime soon, but I could be wrong. Clowns, Xbox Slim, yay or nay on this?
Yeah, I would say yeah, because if it's affordable and priced right, I'll get another one for the house.
Definitely. Same here. I'll plop one right at my computer desk and, play my digital stuff. If it doesn't come with a Blu-ray, who cares?
I take it back. I would get one and just leave it at Reezy's house.
There you go. See? There you go. There's uses for these things. And I think, they wouldn't be doing this if there wasn't a market for it. They probably... And if it doesn't have a Blu-ray player and people are like, rebel, no Blu-ray player, they're making me go all digital, blah, blah, blah. I mean, digital sales are on the up and up. People still complaining about that. But in reality, people are buying digital games. So, I mean, come on, people.
Well,
I think I only have 2 or 3 hard copies for the Xbox One. Everything else is digital.
Right. Sasson, what were you going to say?
I was going to... I know I buy most things digitally, but, I mean, if they want to sell backwards compatibility, most people have discs. And second of all, I use my disc drive mostly for movies and or TV.
Right. So, I mean, yeah, there are some people, who still use it as a Blu-ray player and buy physical copies and stuff. And, definitely agree. It's going to suck for a lot of people. But, I mean, if the price is right, I mean, if it's $179 out of the gate, or even if it's $169, I don't know how cheap they're going to get this thing. I don't pretend to even know prices on the parts that are in the Xbox One. I'm building up a gaming PC, but I don't know the prices of everything, so to speak. I just kind of pick and choose and see how much things are. And I don't know if it's a really good price or not, but Like, I don't know how cheap they'll get this thing, but if it's like 179, I'm definitely in on it. Like, I'll give up watching movies and like you, Assassin, like you have a PS4, so you can play Blu-rays on that.
Yeah, but most of the time I like watch it at night, and I don't want to grab two remotes because the
Oh
Xbox
wow,
One, because when you turn it off, it
controls
also
your
turns.
TV.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's an interesting point too, because I would have totally avoided that. But do you think this thing will have a Connect port on it? The Xbox Mini?
probably not.
I don't think it would. I
No.
agree with you. I don't think it will. She Wolf says it's gonna sell. It's probably gonna be a big seller if the price is right. Um, Mike Odell in the YouTube chat says haven't bought a single Blu-ray or game disc on the since the Xbox One launched. So yeah, I mean people are definitely going digital. So
From a business perspective too, this is a smart move by Microsoft because it really pushes digital sales. It pushes digital sales.
yeah,
So it ensures that developers are going to be getting paid for their titles and stuff, and not like people buying used copies.
definitely. Yep, definitely. And that's the way it's going anyway. Like people are buying digital games. Like, did I think I would buy half my library digitally or even more? Definitely not. But I mean, it is. So, it's just it's easy. It unlocks like like these games of preloading, Overwatch. Like the second the game comes out, I can play it. That's a
Yep.
huge advantage for me. I don't have to sit there and. Some people have shitty internet where they have to, waste an hour and 30 minutes installing a game, and I mean, that's an hour and 30 minutes you're missing of like midnight release of Call of Duty or something like that people are like going nuts for. So people in the chat are worried about stuff like Skylanders or Toys to Life games and stuff like that with peripherals related to it, whether or not those are sold digitally. Those are sold digitally. So
Lego Dimensions isn't.
Lego Dimensions is not, but Disney Infinity is. The Skylanders games are, because there have been multiple versions already, so they kind of assume you already have a dock. So I mean, if this came out, I mean, I don't think those companies would worry about whether or not they can bundle it with the toys and stuff. I think they'll just sell the dock with the toys and bundle it that way instead of with the game. So, so yeah, not to worry about stuff like that. But Toys to Life is kind of dying anyway. Um, so yeah, but the more exciting one, I'd say, the one that we've kind of probably been expecting anyway, but now it's kind of like pseudo confirmed, is the Xbox One Scorpio. They're calling it, the more powerful Xbox One that apparently is going to be coming sometime in 2017. And it's basically the PS4 Neo killer, if you will, if you want to believe reports of the 6 teraflops of GPU power that puts it on par with a GTX 1070, for example, which is a graphics card from NVIDIA that is going to be coming out pretty soon that supports 4K gaming. So I know She-Wolf earlier in the YouTube chat mentioned that the hardware isn't there for consoles to do 4K gaming, but if a console with 6 teraflops comes out, I got news. 4K 30 frames per second can and will happen. So no confirmed, anything on these. Take them with a grain of salt. But apparently 4K gaming and video support will be on this one, not just the video support that is on the Xbox Slim. You'll be able to do a little bit of 4K gaming apparently. And they're going to partner potentially with Oculus to make their VR to kind of battle against PSVR. So what do you guys think of the Scorpio? You guys interested in a new console already, a new iterative release now that Xbox is joining the game, or feeling the same way you are about the PS4 Neo?
Well, if it's actually a new Xbox, it's not a Xbox 1.5.
No, I think it is though.
I don't know.
I don't think it's a new one. I
No.
think it's definitely part of the same ecosystem. I think they want like that forwards and backwards compatibility. So I mean, I could be wrong. It could be a new one. But I mean, I think what the leaks have suggested that it's just a more powerful one, kind of like what the PS4 Neo is. So Assassin, continue your point.
I just wish they would get rid of the Xbox One just because it has so much hate towards it. Everyone's like, "Oh, Xbox One, you must hate life for PS4 is the way to go, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know. But a new Xbox something would be nice to play better, nicer games, so on and so forth.
Yeah, man. I was at Micro Center, and I don't know how they were able to do this, but they had a 1080 GTX 1080 review unit in, I guess. I don't know how they got it early, but they were showing off some Doom on it. And if you haven't watched the videos on YouTube on how Doom looks on a proper gaming graphics card, I suggest you do so on YouTube. But seeing it in person, I'm just like, damn it, man. Like, I played Doom on the PS4 and I played it on the Xbox One, and now I'm seeing it in PC on a really nice graphics card. Like, the difference is real, people. It's real. Anyway, Taylor, what were we going to say about this?
I kind of hope it's not coming out so soon, because especially a half console, like, I really don't like half consoles. They just annoy me so much, because it's just like another step towards, it's just like slightly better. It's not anything like super new. It's just, I find them so annoying.
Yep. No,
Right.
it's definitely, yeah. It's definitely it's definitely true. I mean, I've talked to, some insiders myself. I'm not trying to brag, but I've spoken to some dev insiders, and I had dinner with one the other night, and he told me that, people are pissed. The devs are pissed. Like, people, like, yeah, we all want the newest and greatest thing, but these iterative releases of consoles, like, some devs have been at their game developing for the Xbox One or the PS4 for like 3 years now, and they're ready to make an awesome game. And now all of a sudden, you're going to flip the switch and release a better console that now you're going to have to develop for as if it were a new one, even though it's like the same one, but just looks better. That sucks.
Like, I still have the original 360. Like, the thing's a piece of crap, but I didn't want to upgrade it because I wanted to wait until the next generation.
Exactly.
I played GTA 5 on that thing, and it was so slow, it crashed so much, but I refused. I refused to still go out and buy a better 360 because I was going to wait for the new Xbox. Like, they just seem pointless to me. Like, I understand why people want them, because they want something that runs a little bit better, they want something that's smoother, they want something new.
Yep.
Like, I get that, but you don't need it. You don't need it. You can wait a few more years for the next generation to come out with something even better, and you don't have to waste your money on it.
Yep. Agreed. I'm one of those people. It's like, yeah, like, I'm gonna play my Xbox One. I want to play my Xbox One for like 7 years, and then I'll go to the next one. Like, if I wanted to constantly upgrade, like, I'll just do my PC. Like, I'll just become a PC gamer.
No, take those words back.
No,
take
seriously.
Take that back. Assassin, make him take it back.
I don't want to do that, but shit, like, it's just crazy. And people, like, in the YouTube chat, people are liking the name. The name's not gonna stick. I think that's just a code name. Like, Jay Street in the YouTube chat says he likes that name. Like, walking to the store, be like, yo, let me get that Scorpio, But I don't think that's definitely not gonna stick. That's just a code name.
Darn.
If they were smart, they would keep Scorpio.
Right? I think it's a cool name too.
I don't think they will. It's definitely just a code name.
Yeah.
But
that Scorpio. You get that Scorpio. That is cool though.
Yeah.
Clowns?
Man, I think it's great. I think it's awesome. It's fantastic. From what the rumors are, like, the rumors are what, 6 teraflops if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, it's 6. Yep.
Okay. So, I mean, like, this would be Microsoft's answer to the Neo, and it says, big middle finger up to the Neo, and it's like, look at us, man. We are the big dogs. Our console is going to pump better games. We're going to have better hardware, and we're going to team up with better VR units. Like, I mean, that's what it says. It sends, like, a big message. But my only concern is timing, because, like we've discussed before, if the Neo comes out before Christmas, everybody who has a family, like, which are the most people that game probably more than hardcore gamers. This is a casual family. They buy a lot more for their families. The kids are going to be like, Dad, Mom, I want the new PS4.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, okay, kid, okay, son, okay, daughter, I'll go grab it for you. And they come home, get it, and then the Scorpio comes out like 3 to 6 months later. You know, and they're like, Dad, I want the new Xbox because all my friends at school are playing it. Like, Jimmy's dad's got one. It's so great. He's like, sorry, son, I just bought you that Neo. You know what I mean? Like, timing has to be right. So they're going to have to go big, they're going to have to go hard, or they're going to have to send the Neo home. And they, you know what I mean? Like, it's got to sell. That's that has to matter, is the selling point. And it has to be right. Now, the Oculus thing, I'm kind of up in arms about. Like, I know everybody's like, as far as VR goes, Oculus and the Vive are like where it's at. And I think Oculus is going to be the one that sticks around. I still think it's a fad, but Oculus is going to stick around at least for a while. The problem is that now it's a target of DRM hackers. And they're not going to stop. They're going to constantly keep breaking the code because they want to pirate stuff on VR. And that's not going to go away unless VR goes away. So Oculus will always be a target. So maybe if they partner with the Xbox, do something special so that it's like specific to Xbox code. That way the DRM hackers are more focused on the PC stuff.
Yeah, and I think if anyone's gonna do that, I think Microsoft will do it. Like I have faith in them doing something like that to protect the people because, you know, like, I'm not trying to Sony bash here, but I mean, PSN has been subject to quite a few, you know, hacks, if you will, that have exposed people's information or locked down their service, so you couldn't protect your own information by changing the password and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, the VR hacking stuff is definitely becoming a point of concern for people. It's definitely getting out there in the news, and I mean, that's definitely an advantage of console or PC, though, right, clowns? Like, a lot of people, you know, they go for hacking on PC, and it's probably easier for people to hack PC stuff than it would be for console stuff, no?
Yeah, because it's not as locked down with DRM.
Yeah.
Like where the consoles are. And on the consoles, you risk getting your account banned for like permabans. On the PC, it's like, oh, I got banned from the server, I'll just create a new name. I'll come back. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, it's harder on the consoles, but they need to lock it down properly.
Right. Assassin? That Scorpio, bro? You excited? You pumped?
I'm a little excited, but I don't want an Xbox 1.5. It would be nice if it was a new console, maybe like Clowns keeps on saying, with upgrades, so we don't have to spend $600 2 years later, and have TV support, backwards compatibility at launch, and you got my money.
I know you said earlier that when I asked you the first time about your thoughts on this, that you thought it was the next gen. But if it's a powerful iterative gen, like if there's a huge difference, are you going to be warmer to it, or is it just on principle that if it's 1.5 kind of thing, then you're just not going to be for it?
Unfortunately, I might buy it, just unless if there's a good trade-in deal with my current Xbox, and then get a shit ton of money off.
Yep. So yeah, the Scorpio thing, I guess, is real, people. We won't find out. They're probably not going to show it at E3. I don't know why people are bundling it in with the E3 rumors. I think it's just because, you know, whoever leaked this kind of just like let it out that, you know, all this stuff was happening at E3, and then, oh, by the way, I also heard this because this is really steamy. But do we think like this is like an intentional leak of any? You kind of worry about stuff like that. If people like if companies intentionally leak stuff to build up some buzz, especially prior to big shows like E3 or Gamescom and stuff like that, do you think it's kind of like an intentional thing that they did here, or do you think it actually did leak? Anyone?
It could be an intentional leak just to get their name out there, because PS4 has been in the news forever, and now PS4 is getting a little bashed, saying that you have to buy a new console for PSVR to be good.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, any news is good news for now.
How interesting is it that the Xbox One stuff comes out, the Xbox One Scorpio stuff or whatever, it comes out, and people are praising it, or a lot of people are praising it and stuff. But and just by the sheer fact that it's going to be 6 teraflops or whatever, and the PS4 Neo is only going to be 4.14, whatever the hell it's going to be. Just by that fact, you already know the Xbox One's probably going to be better in visual fidelity. But then, coupled with that, comes out that story that you just referenced, Assassin, about, PSVR is coming out because apparently on the PlayStation 4 vanilla, VR is going to suck a lot. It's like a double whammy. Like, PS4 Neo went from like being the highest, coolest thing to all of a sudden like being dropped down the totem pole significantly and almost being viewed negatively now, when it was like kind of the most like, a cool new, way more powerful system that's going to blow Xbox One out of the water. So really interesting how the media works. Clowns or Taylor on this possibly being a planned kind of leak thing, intentional leak, if you will.
If it was intentional, then it was smart, because it's Xbox saying, we will always be better than you. You will never be better than us.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see where it could be an intentional leak, because it's just Xbox saying you can't beat us. It's not possible. Which I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
I've played on the PS, even like comparisons between the older consoles, where I still have my PS2 and I had like a PS3 at my dad's house, and then we had the 360. I always had more fun on the 360 because it ran better. Xbox has consistently been better, at least to me, than the PS has ever been. So if it's intentional, it's Xbox saying you can't win.
Right. Interesting. Very interesting. Clowns, thoughts on this before we get out of here?
I think it's intentional. Absolutely. It's like saying we're the bigger, better, badder company. We have more agreements with more hardware manufacturers and third parties. So suck this. Kind of thing. Like, I just see Phil with his like middle finger up in my head, like, haha, look at us now. Kind of thing.
Nice.
Even though they're all friends in the industry, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, we can beat you.
Right. It's all about that timing, though, Clowns. I think, that's an amazing point. If people may spring for that PS4 Neo if this console comes out like November 2017, like, will people be able to wait a whole nother year for something better, or are they gonna, go for that Neo? Who knows? All right, I think that's
one thing that we didn't talk about was the rumor about the Xbox OS.
Rumor about the Xbox OS.
Yeah, I heard a rumor. I'm not sure from where. I don't know if we can fact check it real quick, but I heard a rumor that Xbox will be releasing the Xbox OS so that you could put it on like your PC and stuff.
Are you serious? Let me see this. I have not seen that at all, but holy shit. I don't know if I'd even want that. Is that like something like people want? I haven't seen that at all, but I guess people want that? Question mark? I don't know. Maybe for gaming, maybe like Steam OS or whatever. You know how there's like that Steam OS thing that for PCs that are plugged into like a living room TV to make it more accessible for controllers and stuff. Is that what it's gonna be like, or?
Yeah, that's a rumor I heard. I don't know how true it is because I just looked it up on Google. I didn't see hits on it, but I saw some hits on Twitter on it. But yeah, that was kind of like the drift behind it, is that it would be like an OS that you could just plug in, put on a box that you make or whatever.
Interesting. Assassin or Taylor, are you guys interested in Xbox OS coming to your PC? Well, I know, Taylor, you don't have a PC, but if you did?
Probably still not. I like playing it on bigger screens. I don't like playing on a small screen. I like playing on big screens. So if it came to PC, it's just like, who cares?
Right.
If I liked small screens, I'd be a PC gamer.
Right.
Here's what I would say, though. Like, a lot of people don't know this already, but you can buy like an Intel stick with Windows 10 on it and plug it in the HDMI port for about $150. I mean, it's not top of the line, but imagine you get something like that and you put down the watered down Xbox OS on that. how awesome would that be? Like built-in Wi-Fi. You know, there's probably stuff you could do on there that would be pretty damn cool.
Agreed. Assassin, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't go on my computer as much.
You are unbelievable.
I don't have a good computer. It like wants to kill itself when I probably play Minecraft.
I feel like a lot of people that have like just laptops in their home, whatever, their Xbox One's probably better than at playing games anyway.
Oh.
But I don't know. Could be cool. I mean, it's definitely like a competitor to SteamOS. So, I mean, definitely could be cool as like another little launcher to organize your games and stuff, as, you know, Microsoft is kind of making a push for Windows 10 gaming to be a big thing, especially with like crossplay and stuff that they've been doing for, you know, a lot of games like Fable Legends that has been canceled, but they had it for that. You know, now that you can play Rocket League cross platform, you know, what else on Windows 10 can you do it with? I know there's other games. They're gonna be doing it for like Halo Wars, I'm sure. You know, stuff like that. So, you know, maybe they're making a push to, you know, get in the living room for those reasons too, with PCs and stuff. So yeah. And with that, I think we're done. YouTube chat, totally bumping today. Thank you guys for coming by, checking out the show. If you would give this video a little likey poo, that would be great. If you're not subscribing, please do. That would be amazing. You'll get notified when we go live and stuff. And on Twitch, definitely follow us there as well if you're not following us. 4GwQuarters is our handle on both of those outlets. So please do check us out and give us a like and subscribe and follow and all that good jazz. Find us on Twitter too. That's when you get accurate show times ahead of time. So sometimes we're, you know, 7 p.m., sometimes 6 p.m., depending on schedule and stuff. So 4GwQPodcast is our Twitter handle. Also, Facebook, get on there, like us, give us a likey poo on there. Facebook.com/4GuysWithQuarters. And check out our website. We're getting some more opinion articles. I know Clowns is planning on writing a really steamy opinion article coming up, so look out for that on 4GuysWithQuarters.com. And follow us all individually. Our stuff has been cycling below our pictures on the bottom. So Xbox, Twitter, Twitch if we have it. You know, follow us in there. So yeah. Other than that, we're out of here. See you guys later. Peace. Don't hit any grandmas on the way home next week, alright, Taylor?
I didn't hit her. I was still back on the 51. Okay, let me give you just like a reference of how many freeways I have to take to get to work. I get on the 303, which is the one that's right by my house. I take that to the 17. Then I go to the 101. And then I go to the 51.
Wow. So yeah, you get
each of those I'm on for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then the 51 I'm on for about 15 to 20 minutes depending on traffic.
Hopefully next week we're on time. All those highways, I don't know, maybe not. So don't plan on us being on time next week.
If it wasn't for the accident, I would have been here 15 minutes early.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Bye.
Later.